Hi everybody. So we are on to our second recipe for the Thursday lunch menu from Dr. Uma Swaminathan's cookbook, Opos Lchf veg recipes, low carb, high fat. We're doing katrika podi curry or eggplant with spices and powders. You can do this as a stuffed eggplant. What I'm doing here is with chopped eggplant. We're going to go ahead and get into the how to make it first, and then I'll share this recipe again. So to begin, I'm going to just go grab, I did not keep water ready. Okay. So to begin, we're going to do 3 teaspoons of water. And then 3 teaspoons of coconut oil, and this is what adds the fat. So I'm being a little generous with the coconut oil, but you can use 3 teaspoons should be plenty. Actually, I read that wrong. It's 4 teaspoons of coconut oil, not 3 teaspoons. Okay, and then we always do the layering at the bottom to prevent burning. So this is the 10 curry leaves at the bottom. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of finely chopped onion. Again, this is to help with caramelizing the onion at the bottom so that the eggplant doesn't burn. But you can spread that out really well. Now, I have used yellow onions, but typically for a lot of Indian recipes, I mostly use red onions, and I'm talking about for people in the US. The white onions are really sweet. Yellow is a little milder. In this case, it's okay, but in most of the caramelization recipes, I use red onions. So that's 1 cup of finely cut chopped onion. And then I'm going to put about 3 cups of finger-sized cut eggplant. So that's going to go on top of that. It's a little less than 3 cups. So that's 2 cups. And this is 3 cups. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon each of powders. So I didn't measure that out beforehand, but that's your 1 teaspoon of chili powder. And then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Some dry coconut powder. So I have desiccated coconut. I'm using the 24 mantra desiccated coconut that you get in the US, but it's not a whole lot. It's just, I'm putting a little because my spoon is a little crowded. So I'm putting 1 teaspoon of dry coconut, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then a little bit of hing. So again, my hing is a little more pungent, so I'm not adding that much because this is a pretty strong hing. I'll probably put about 1/4 teaspoon of hing. Then I'm going to cover it, and we will cook it for 2 whistles on high. So while that's happening, just want to show you the recipe. So what we did was we took 2 teaspoons of water, 4 teaspoons of coconut oil, and the coconut oil is a little extra because you want to give it a little bit of a fried consistency, a fried taste. Curry leaves, as I said, as a buffer layer, and then the 1 cup of finely chopped onion. I used yellow onions. but do use the red onions that give a good flavor. 3 cups of chopped eggplant or brinjal. You can actually take the powder that I'm showing in the next step and slit the eggplant and stuff it, and try it that way as well. I have not tried that yet, but if you do let me know how it comes out. And on top of the eggplant, you're going to put 1 teaspoon each of red chili powder, coriander powder, dry coconut powder or desiccated coconut, rock salt, turmeric powder, and hing. And we're going to cook this on high for 2 whistles. I will release the pressure and then add my bottle tadka to it. So now you can use, instead of the eggplant, you can do the same thing with bitter gourd. You can do this with, try it with okra too, because it does mix up and roast or fry pretty well once it's cooked. So you can try it with some other different substitutes, but essentially that's the recipe. So as I mentioned in the last video, those that saw it, with the coconut rice, this is part of a Thursday lunch menu. So there's the coconut rice made with cauliflower rice, the katrika, podi curry, and then there is a bitter gourd or pawaka pitlai. So that is the menu for Thursday, and basically the way Dr. Swaminathan has laid out in her book is day by day recipes, like a menu plan for lunch and dinner. So so far I have posted videos for Tuesday lunch, Tuesday dinner, Wednesday lunch, and then this is Thursday lunch. I will be posting Wednesday dinner, Thursday dinner subsequently, and posting the links to those videos once done in a format. But please go ahead and try them. Give us your feedback, but also do go and buy the book. It's available on Amazon. It's a Opos Lchf veg recipes by Dr. Uma Swaminathan. So we're still waiting for the whistles, and because there is a little more content in the cooker, it is taking a little bit more time for the whistle, but I can hear it building up. Now this curry tastes very similar to like your yenna katrika or stuffed basically stuffed katrika curry. So the podi is very similar, and the onions also add a really good taste, a sweetish taste to the dish. So I can almost hear the first whistle. And do make sure when you try the recipes to post the pictures when you do it, because these will be documented in the future, some of these videos, but we always would love to hear your feedback. Okay, so I'm gonna shut this off. I can smell the coconut oil. This. There's a little bit of caramelization at the bottom, but that is good, because once we mix this, it will cook further. And I'm going to let it sit for a little bit in there so that it continues to cook, which is what we want it to do. Now, one thing is the onions in the US tend to have a lot of water content. So I think if I were to do this recipe one more time, I might, and as we are using onions available here, I might actually let it run for one more whistle so that it caramelizes a little more. I like it that way, but that's just for people who use onions that are have a lot of water content. I'm adding some bottle tadka. And I'm going to mix it again. But essentially that's completes the curry recipe. And again, if I leave it for a little bit in the cooker and I let it air out, it'll become a lot less mushy. I would definitely do one more whistle for this one if I were to do it again, to give it a little more of a fried consistency and a fried taste. But that's the recipe. So if you have any other if you tried with any other vegetable, do post your feedback and your comments. Thank you.